It's time to get down and dirty in the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championship Series. All year long, MAVTV will bring you exclusive coverage as the fastest riders on four wheels make the sacrifices necessary to become champions. From hard work off the track during the week to full coverage of everything that goes on the racetrack on race day, we've got it starting today with round one. Racer TV coming at you here on MAVTV for the opening round of the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championship. It's the Georgia National from Aonia Pass in Washington, Georgia. Jason Wygant, your host. Now, this championship over 30 years old. This, one of the most highly anticipated season of all. Of course, we have a great new home here on MAVTV, but also a strong field of championship contenders. But if anyone wants the title, they're going to have to rip it away from the boys on Yamahas, who were 1-2 last year.
Hey guys, we're here at round one. Just been a great offseason. The last time I saw you guys, just been continuing my training, and you know, we've had some great days down in Florida where I've been staying, and you know, just kind of building up to this first round, and you know, everything's looking really good. The Aonia Motorsport team is coming together, and you know, it's all ready to go for this first round. And you know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. I'm just focusing on what I got going on to get the thing started today. So we're all excited, and you know, the Aonia Motorsports has a side decal, Yamaha, and Maxxis tires and Walsh Racecraft. You know, we're all ready to go, and you know, we're gonna lay it down today and try and start the season off right.
Here at round one in Georgia, been a long off season, put a lot of hard work in. Finished last year up with a win, and that's kind of where I'm hoping we put today's results at. You know, a win here would be great, but I'd like to see on the podium and walk away healthy, and then start working towards that championship all year. So it's been a good off season. Stayed home and trained all winter, and see what we can do.
Now, if I had to put money down on anyone to challenge those two guys, I'm going to put it on the 88 of Joel Hetrick. He started the year off so strong last year. He's now back on the Can-Am where he's had success in the past.
Since the last time you saw me, I've been keeping up with the same training program. Just busting my butt to be ready for the race this weekend. We're here, and track looks all right. I'm ready to go. Want to get on the podium for sure. Just get out of here with the podium finish and be close to them guys in points. And can't win the championship in one race, so that's what our goal is this year, to just lay low and be consistent.
On the other end, no laying low for the best starter in the business, Josh Upperman.
Hey, we're here at Aonia Pass in Washington, Georgia for the first round of the ATV Nationals. You know, I've been sticking to the same training program. I feel pretty confident. We have a lot of you know, good people backing us, and I'm excited. We'll see how things go. Can't wait to get out there on the track and you know, see how the off-season training's been treating me. So.
Lots of other riders to watch for as well. We'll let you get to know them all season, but we're ready to go racing. Be right back. Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATV MC, by Can-Am, and by AMSOIL. Since it's the opening round of the 2014 championship, and we really cannot wait to get some excitement out of the racetrack, we're going to show you the highlights of our Can-Am qualifiers. That's timed qualifying from earlier in the weekend. It gives fans an opportunity to see these guys in their 2014 regalia and also get an idea just how fast and how big they can go. Chad Wienen, 20 of Josh Upperman. Here's John Natale through the whoops. These guys are absolutely hauling. As Joel Hetrick usually lights out in qualifying, but remember he said he wanted to be a little more low profile this year at the beginning. You see the 84 of Thomas Brown. That's Ronnie Higgerstrom. He's going to be a challenger as well. And he got his veteran teammate on the BCS ride, Josh Kramer, number 9. He'll be one to watch. But in both of the time sessions, Chad Wienen ended up out front. Hetrick second both times. So we'll see how it turns out. Right now, things looking good for Wienen, but watch out for those BCS Can-Ams, including former series champion Josh Creamer.
Josh Creamer, we're here at round one. We just finished up with qualifying, and we ended up 6th in the qualifying times, and not too happy with that, but I think there's room for improvement. The track's really tough today. It's pretty rough, but you know, I'm looking to go out here this weekend and get a top 5, preferably get on the podium, but you know, I'd just like to stay consistent and hopefully be in that championship chase at the end of the year.
Oh, all this talk about consistency. Let's find someone who wants to win. John Natale.
All right, so the off-season, we've been actually headed to Texas to train at the Ford facility, doing a lot of training there, and as it got closer to the season opener, we came down here to Georgia and trained over at the Newton family's track. All these riders that you hear in the background actually are part of the Natale experience. We got 7 riders this year coming out here to just see what we can do and win some championships, and of course, I'm here at Georgia ready to take the first overall win of the season.
All right, John, let's see if you can go and get it. Moto number 1 of 2014 coming up next. Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATV MC, by Can-Am, and by Amsoil. Okay, we're done. No more talk unless you want a race call here on MAV TV. I'm Jason Wygant, host of this opening round of the Mountain Dew ATV Motocross Championship. We've met the players. Now let's let them play. The season is underway. And it looks like Natale gonna grab the whole shot here on the lucky number 13. Got some points and some money from SSI Decals. Got the onboard with Jeff Rastrelli. Brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Guys fighting all over the track, including Joel Hetrick, not messing around, right to the front. And you know, Natale will not take that without a fight. He's going to try to come back in the kid. And now you've got Wienen, your champion, in the mix as well. Here's Rastrelli right behind that battle. He's going to give us the best view. Josh Creamer on the number 9 slices to the inside. That's a pass for 4th. And you see these 3 out front. Hetrick, Natale, and Wienen. Now, Hetrick started the year off so strong last year. He wants to pick up just the way he did it. But all that talk about consistency from these riders early on, you wonder, is he going to try to burn the field right now? He made the early pass on Natale. Will he try to attack immediately? The track's a little wet, too, so you can only take so many chances out there. Oh, great battle shaping up. And I think Hetrick, who just bottomed out big time on that double, is trying to get away. He's going to take advantage of Natale, Wienen, and Creamer hooking up in a fight behind him. All the water they put down on the track has really changed things. Normally when you're here in Georgia, you're dealing with that red clay. But the way they've got it disked up, prepped up, you see the dirt's a little darker than usual. It's going to change a lot after these first few laps. And I've got to think with all the water down, it's going to affect the vision of the riders also. And, you know, Wienen was taking on a lot of roost off the tires of Natale in that battle for second. Now he's dropped back a couple of lengths, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's why. Hey, it's all speculation on my part. Beyond the helmet cam we have on Rastrelli, we don't really know what's running through the mind of these guys right now. And honestly, they don't really know what anyone else is thinking either. That's what makes the opener so intriguing. Now, Wienen going back to work on Natale, but even though these riders have so much experience racing each other, every season opener is different, and no one really knows where they stand. Although Hetrick's got to feel good about his chances right now. Even got a little backside on that double before the finish line. Got it a little cleaner than he did earlier. He is on the gas. He's backed by Mountain Dew, JB Racing, Live Wire, and of course Can-Am. You got the Motorsport backed Honda of Natale in second. Look at the different lines Wienen is using to try to stay out of that roost zone. And Creamer right there on the BCS Can-Am, keeping them honest. Bad start for Wienen's Yamaha teammate Thomas Brown, but I believe he has snuck up to the number 5 position. Well, Hetrick is rolling right now. Oh, but look, Wienen has overtaken Natali. So everyone's talking about consistency early in the year, but this is going to be a real fight, and there's a lot on the line. Last year, I believe Hetrick made some strides as far as speed to mix it up with your champ, Wienen, but the consistency of the champion was so key. Now we're going to see who has the speed again, and it sure looks like Wienen does. He has tracked down the 88, and we've got a fight for the number 1 position. And not messing around, he finds a line to the inside, puts him on the outside of this left-hander and does not care about that. Chad Wienen to the lead. And I thought for sure the way Hetrick was riding and with the lead he had built up that he had this one. And what I was alluding to is I know these guys are saying you cannot win the title in the opening round and you can lose it. They just want to be consistent. But that's a head game when you can track somebody down like that. And look, Hetrick not happy about it. He wants to go back after Wienen. And if he can't get him, it's going to be a statement-style victory for the champion, and it will be. Checkered flag is out. Chad Wienen wins the opening moto of the season. Hetrick wanted to be consistent. He was second. Creamer third. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Wienen, fastest qualifier Moto 1 winner.
Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATV MC, by Can-Am, and by Amsoil. Time for our Mountain Dew moment. Here's D Manshak.
Hi, I'm D Manshak, and welcome to the Mountain Dew Moment. We're here 2014 at Aonia Pass, Georgia. Today we're going to be talking to you guys about an exciting new bike that has gained popularity like crazy here with the Nationals, and it's pretty much the new benchmark for the young kids 13 to 16 years of age. What we've done and what some of these very intuitive builders around here have done is they've taken and scaled down a chassis, basically a 250R, TRX 250R chassis, Jody Bateman, Mike Walsh, and they've made a smaller chassis, and we managed to wedge in a 250F Honda dirt bike motor inside these things. Now, we started this class last year on a whim, and it is blown up. We had 2 full gates of those riders out here this weekend, and these guys were laying down lap times right with the production A riders. There was a 120-foot triple out on the track, and this little 250 right here hucked that thing like it was nothing. It was the only 250 to get over the jump today. So to tell you what you guys have got to look forward to, you got a young kid, he's excelling, he's really showing some potential. This is the bike you want to move up to. And the nice thing about it is we made the class legal, so if you've got a big Honda 450 production chassis, Walsh, Jody Bateman, all these guys that are building these aftermarket chassis are building retrofit kits, which is basically what bolts the engine in the chassis. So you can basically use a 450 chassis with a 250 motor, and they are just as competitive as any of the other bikes. So, you guys have got some neat stuff to look forward to this year. I guess we'll see you next time at Muddy Creek.
Thanks, Dean. I like that transitional period from these 450cc machines to having a 250 instead of having to just ride those production and A classes on 450s. So the younger kids have a 250 to get experience. Like the rider Jeff Rastrelli had, he's come to the amateur ranks. This is going to be key. Moto number 2 is underway, and it's an instant replay of Moto number 1 because John Natali has got himself the whole shot. Although Rastrelli not as good a start as he had last time, you hear he's being pelted by Rocks and Roost. Uh-oh, door already open. Chad Wienen already through it, but John Natali taking it back. Woo! Well, that line that he had didn't work out. Immediately gave up the lead, but a couple of corners later it put him in position. Rastrelli with our Rocky Mountain ATV MC helmet cam. You see him looking around here on the first lap, trying to figure out where everyone is, where he can find a line without tangling with someone. So Natali going to take the fight to Wienen. Track a lot different than it was early in that first moto. Hey, Hetrick's up to third. We've got a 3-rider fight now. Boy, you think Wienen, had he had made that pass stick, the speed he had in Moto 1, he might have been able to motor away with this, but now he not only has to deal with Natali, as you hear the fans cheering him on, you have Hetrick and now Thomas Brown on the scene. Brown going for third on Hetrick. So make it a 4-rider duel for the #1 spot, courtesy of the Ironman, John Natali. Asks no quarter, takes no quarter from anyone. And he is fending off the advances of Wienen quite well. Looks like Creamer has moved up into 5th, so you're talking all of the big hitters are up front early in this race. And the Hetrick, oh, a little mistake from Hetrick. The Hetrick and Brown battle, they are now closer to Wienen than Wienen is to Natali. Now, it depends on the lines. In this section, though, Wienen closes back up. I don't think he wants any of that. He doesn't want to get past. He's got to go back after the lead. And now Brown going after Hetrick. What racing here in Georgia. You got to stay with us. Don't miss the conclusion. Racer TV is brought to you by Mountain Dew, by Rocky Mountain ATV MC, by Can-Am, and by Amsoil. Oh, so glad we're back. No major changes in the running order. Hard to believe the way these guys are leaning on each other. There's a pass. Josh Creamer on the 9. Going to the inside of Thomas Brown. I think that was a sneak attack. Brown was just thinking of 3rd, 2nd, and 1st right in front of him. Look at the battle now for the #1 spot. I thought Chad Wienen had a line down to the inside. He could not make it happen. Natali still in the lead. Hetrick still 3rd. But now the rider to watch might be the one in the orange jersey, and that is Creamer. And there he goes past Hetrick. Josh Creamer hitting the afterburners here in the second half of this moto. How far can he go? Can he get Wienen for 2nd? Can he maybe go after the lead? Too many times last year we saw Creamer not getting the start. He is able to make passes though, and at least this time he was in sight of the lead group. He wants to take advantage of that. Now Hetrick trying to come back on Creamer. He's got a line down to the inside. And Creamer on the outside of Wienen. I love the way this track has formed up here in Aonia Pass. Different lines all over the place. Look, Hetrick is trying again to take 3rd place away from Creamer. I thought Creamer had 2nd place from Wienen for a moment. Instead, he's going to drop back to 4th. Little bicycle action in that corner. So now Hetrick maybe with a last-ditch effort to get these guys. This Natali and Wienen battle is raging. You saw Wienen duck his head on the landing of those jumps. Like we said in Moto 1, he has taken on an awful lot of roost from Natali, and he's right in the blast zone right now. And Natali knows how to ride a wide quad and make sure you can't make the pass on him. Look at that. Wienen is all over his grab bar, can't find a way around. Got about a lap and a half to go in this one. Wienen made the pass immediately in this race. Natali got him back, hasn't relinquished the lead since. What a fight! Wienen down to the inside, no! Natali crosses up, checker flag coming out, and the veteran on the 13 gets the win. What an effort by these guys. You see the results. Wienen with the 1-2 is your winner.
Well, came out of here first moto. Great race. Came out 3rd, and I was trying to make some passes early, and Joel and John were out front of me, and just one of those things where I just kind of paced myself, watched them, see what they were doing, and found some lines, was able to make it by John, and then caught up to Joel and got around him as well. And you know, it was just a great race, and you know, I felt really, really good. And second moto, we came out second. Actually, edged John out like in the second corner, and he was able to kind of do like a slingshot inside outside, and you know, I got on him, and then we raced side by side into the third corner, and he was able to get out in front of me. And one of those things where, you know, I tried to make some passes early on again, and you know, he rode a good race. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, I wanted that top spot, but you know, the track just didn't really, you know, give me an opportunity, and John didn't make any mistakes. So, you know, I'm just really happy coming out of here with the red plate again, and you know, this is where it all starts. And you know, I'm pumped to be on the top of the box again. And you know, this is it's a long road to the end of the championship, and we're just going to take it one at a time and have a great time doing it.
All right, here at Aonia Pass, come out in Moto 1. We didn't set the greatest time qualifying. We got third, come out in Moto 1, pulled a hole shot. Ran pretty good for about the first half of the moto. We had some bike issues and dropped back to fourth. So that's where we ended up in Moto 1. Moto 2, we come out, got fourth gate pick, and ended up pulling the hole shot again. Except this time we led it from wire to wire. Started to pull a little bit of a lead, and again we ran into little bike issues about halfway through, but I was able to hold on and come home with the second moto win.
First moto came out with second on the hole shot, got around the tally real quick. Was running at a good pace in first. Chad got around the tally probably mid-race, and I held him off for a while, and he had a couple better lines than me and got around me, but you know, I pulled second for that moto. Second moto came out with, I think, third on the start. I was pretty happy about it. I knew I could make them passes, but it's actually an intense race the whole way through, so no passes were really made. Kramer passed me I was in fourth. I passed him right back at the end and got on the podium for third. And, pretty excited about getting the podium for my first race out this season on the Can-Am. And you know, I'm working for the wins the rest of the season, so that's what we're going to plan for.
Here's the AMSOIL race recap, Moto 1. Natale got that hole shot. Hetrick got around him, started pulling a bit of a gap. Did not realize that Natale was having bike problems, but he dropped back a bit. Then late in the race, Chad Wienen steals the lead and the victory from Hetrick. And then he stole the lead quickly from Natale in Moto number 1, but Natale got him right back. And from there, the veteran wouldn't be headed. Great battle for third between Kramer and Hetrick. Battle for the win came right down to the wire. Natale gets the moto, Wienen the overall. What a season we are in store for. Thanks for watching here on MAV TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top three over.